Thank you.
2 weeks ago, I didn't take this very seriously, this folder, because I thought, well, 5 years from now, do we even need classrooms? I mean, all the content that we've learned over the course of all of these classes and all the classrooms that we've been in should enable us to basically create a classroom out of nowhere. For the last 2 weeks, I've been teaching ESL 1, 2, and 3 without books. So, quite a challenge there to non-native English speakers to kind of go into a classroom and utilize some of these skills. Just last week, I had my students create the same project. Where are you going to be in 5 years? Handed them a big flyer like this, gave them magazines, and they utilized it as a hands-on assignment. And I asked 4 questions: employment or job, where is that going to be in 5 years? What are you going to do for fun in 5 years? What school are you going to be in 5 years? And I forgot what the 4th question is. It'll come back to me. But I had some very interesting pictures, and you can definitely tell like what students have in common from what they pick from these magazines. For these students, it was all very ornate gardens that described their homes, which I thought was very interesting. And you can almost see what kind of demographic they are and where they come from just by their magazine and selections from this media. Anyway, I constructed my music, knowledge, reflection. I think at this point of my career, I am like reflecting more than ever. And I find myself at night kind of reviewing through my head what worked that day and what didn't, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. If you start dwelling on all the bad things or the little conversations you have. I mean, it is a strange thing being dropped into a school and learning all of the new staff, learning all of the names like you've just been reviewing. And not only that, but for Chinese kids, their names are like three different names. So what they do is they Americanize their names. They're like Johnny or Parker or stuff like that. So the very first thing I did was made a seating chart just to figure out exactly where they are and mentally kind of place myself in the classroom when I'm not in it to kind of remember. And for the kids it is so amazingly important to remember those names. And I can tell the kids who I don't remember already are getting away with stuff, because I can't really address them, by their name. So it's a very powerful thing to be addressed by your name in a classroom, is my point. Okay, so a future classroom, and from the technology that we have now with touch screens and all of that, I'm surprised, and even coming from like seeing casinos with touchscreen things, I'm surprised we don't have touchscreens built into the desks at this point. And maybe some classrooms do. I would like to see voice-activated screens on the walls when you walk into a classroom for topics, whatever your subject can be. The programming would be ideal for a history class or English and would translate perfectly. If you were to walk into the classroom and go Egyptian, pharaohs or something, and boom, everything that you're studying comes up. Very possible and feasible. In fact, like I said, it's probably happening already. So what I did was I incorporated this really kind of strange globe, futuristic classrooms on a Google search. It really doesn't come up with that much. But I also like to incorporate music. Sometimes I'll bring drums into the classroom, and I just think music's very important. For silent reading, to have music going on in the background. I mean, even just go in and experiment in your classroom one day and try that. Have music on and then have music off, and you'll find out it's far more productive to have music. I also, I don't know, I found a ladder and I figured in 5 years at the top of a ladder, I don't know. Integrity is very important to me. Technology, I like risk takers in just about every aspect of life. People that challenge the system. Isn't knowledge and education fundamentally based on curiosity and challenging things? How do you change if you don't challenge the established system? Skiing, I just have always been an athlete, and I encourage athleticism and kinesthetics in the classroom. I think gear is pretty important too. I think to have the right equipment, it's a nice excuse if you're really into a sport or technology or whatever to have the best stuff. And a reward system is very important. What really resonated with me a few weeks ago is the word capable. Enabling your students and making them feel capable is another huge strength. Some other words: positivity, expectations, role, ability, capability, talent, acknowledgement, bravado. I really like those words. A little portrait. Things I enjoy doing: I would like to sail, although I've never really done it. I love skiing, I love the lake, I love kayaking. Some of the places I've lived: Manhattan Beach, California, Santa Barbara, Morgan Hill, Truckee, Aspen, Jackson Hole, Wyoming, Florence. Once again, gives you a small perspective into some of my interests. A couple quotes. Helen Keller, it has about 1 million good quotes, amazing quotes. Number one, it is a terrible thing to see and have no vision. Another one is, optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. And then as a joke to kind of show my personality, abandon hope, ye who enter here. Dante. Thank you.